Yes, Imed versus Teniola, the one we've all been waiting for. Now, if Baiteze's season hasn't already been a bit of a roller coaster ride, now teammates or former teammates are now falling out with each other and checking each other online. We've got to take a deep dive into this. I may have had a little bit to do with it, but I'll let you be the judge of that. Anyway, right, so let's look at Imed's first response. Now, this is a response to words that have been said by Teniola. Now, Teniola, he's a loud-spoken man. He doesn't mince his words. He says what's on his mind, which I love about him. You know, shout out Teniola. Now, we're probably asking how we got to this moment in time. Well, let's see. There was that moment in time where I had Imed jump on my podcast before the Baiteze podcast, of course. I was talking about all things Baiteze, of course. We discussed moves, certain moves. One, Dom Campbell. One, Dom Perez Adebayor. Moving from, switching sides from Baiteze to SC Dons. And I just wanted to know what he thought about it. And Imed, being the guy that he is, you know, most hated, he just gave his opinion.
Like, he's my boy in that, do you know what I'm saying? But if I've got to be honest, I think Dom's the most, snakiest one.
And of course, people had their opinions on what Imed had to say. One being Dom Perez, of course, being the main cause of controversy.
My time at Baiteze, I thought myself I was loyal in terms of I didn't leave halfway through the season. I didn't leave them when we was getting beat ridiculously. Like I think we got beat like 9-0 or something like that in one game where, yeah, it was mad. So I could have left from there. From here to Essex, it takes me 2 hours, bro.
You're doing tricks,
man. Yeah, so I thought I was fully committed. Like, I thought I represented them well, but I felt like I wasn't getting it back. And
then off the back of that, AT decided to come in, two-footed, give his 2 pence.
Imed is just a talker. That whole year when we won the Nationals, Imed was saying, oh, I'll play 10 in this team. Well, Imed wouldn't get nowhere near that team, bro.
Then Imed, this is what he had to say.
It's time we talk about this situation. It's been a week. I think it's their most viewed YouTube video.
Boy.
One of their most viewed TikToks. One of their most liked pictures on Gram. But PS, let me just quickly tell you something. If you want views, say my name.
Right, I've got to stop you there, Imed. Right. So already you're living up to this most hated persona. If you want views, say his name. He's like the boogeyman, or the Sunday League boogeyman, innit? Say his name, he will appear, he'll get you views, get you paid. Maybe it works, innit? Maybe that's the blueprint.
Simple. Second of all, I need to address this on a podcast or something, so call me. Third, if a player goes from Arsenal to Tottenham, Arsenal fans, are you going to call him a snake?
Right, so the whole snake reference there is reference to the question that I asked him in regards to who's the biggest snake in terms of Baiteze's history.
Carvel, Kranz, Toby, Dom, Shaka and Ade Cole. Okay.
The one that I think snaky is Dom.
At the time, Dom Perez had left to go from Baiteze to SC Dons. Then obviously Toby left as well from Baiteze to SC Dons. So I was just kind of getting a general feel of like who's the biggest snake out of everyone leaving. And in fact, even the boys that went from Baiteze to East London Ballers, but he decided to come up with Dom Perez. I'll let you guys be the judge of that one.
By the way, Rootz asked me who the snakes are. I didn't say he was a snake. He said,
hey, wait, now I need to make my own 50 Cent meme.
I'm like, what did he say fuck me for?
He said, who are the biggest snakes? And I mentioned it.
That's true. He didn't say he was a snake. He said who's the biggest snake in terms of like that whole Sol Campbell, Arsenal to Tottenham. Just make it light-hearted fun.
Simple. Figo went to Madrid. The Barca players were throwing pig heads at him.
Facts.
And to say I wouldn't get into that team.
Facts.
Did you start? Say you left Baiteze.
Wait, this is where it starts getting personal. Because now he's asking people, or now he's asking, would you get into that team?
Say you left Baiteze. Did you? But anyway.
Wait, you see that? You see that little pause there, Imed? That little pause. Sometimes actions speak louder than words. Because he said, you're saying you left Baiteze, but did you? Like, he's trying to almost like say, did you leave or did you get dropped? That's what he's trying to say. I'm just reading between the lines.
Podcast, shout me. Alex, I don't think everything was factual, bro.
Wait, right. First things first, podcast, you know where to come. Any field, let's have it. Let's have it out. Let's have a little chin wag. Let's have a little chat. You know what I'm saying? The next bit though, he doesn't think everything was factual. That line there could rattle a man. And we'll see in the next clip how it did.
But obviously, use my name, got a bit of clout. I hear it. It's the blueprint. Later, love.
See what I'm saying? So he said, use his name, that's the blueprint, get your views, Imed most hated. If it works, it works. You know what I'm saying? Right, so there was an instant clapback from Mr. AT, Alex Teniola. Before we start, I ain't got popcorn, but I've got to take my time with this one, you know what I'm saying? I just got to, because this one's going to be a bit spicy. Here we go.
Alex, I don't think everything was factual, bro.
Oh, he started off with that line. I told you, that line there, I don't think everything is factual. You're basically calling him a liar. You're basically calling him a liar, Imed. You got to him. So he started off with that line. That is almost like the Sunday League of, you know, the Ether song, Fuck Jay-Z. That's basically what you just said.
I don't think everything was factual.
Here it
bro.
goes.
But obviously, use my name, got a bit of clout.
Sure, yeah?
Wow, you know what? AT pulled up to him. Baller League, it looks like. With the uncle arm round the shoulder. That's it. You know when he means business, like, yo, come here, son. Come here, nephew. Let me talk to you real quick. He came with the uncle arm round the shoulder.
What I'm asking you, are you good, bro?
He said, are you good? He's basically checking him. Imed, how you let AT check you like that, boy? Jeez. He's like, yo, are you good? You good?
Said that certain things I was saying was a lie. What did I say that was a lie?
Now, first things first, what did I say was a lie? That's what AT wanted to come with, the facts. Facts only. Facts machine.
What did I say that was a lie?
What, that you said you didn't play, you played most of the games or something like that?
Right, so Imed's asked him again. Fair enough, fair play to him. He said, you didn't play most of the games.
I didn't say that. Sunday League.
Teniola said he didn't say that. So again, you have to X that one off.
What's about non-league? I'll give you a plus for non-league. Sunday League.
Sunday League, what happened Sunday League?
Bagsman like that for the Baiteze.
Wow. Wow, he said it with chest. It's even with the uncle arm round the shoulder. He said, you weren't a bagsman like that for Baiteze. How is that? How are you not saying AT's not a bagsman like that for Baiteze? Come on.
I want a bagsman for I want a top bagsman for Baiteze. Okay, cool. The year we won the Nationals, yeah? Do you know how much goals I scored?
17?
I scored 17 goals in how many games?
I don't know.
I scored 17 goals in half the amount of games that Sham scored. I think 18. Sham played every week, didn't he?
So AT came with the facts. Not only he came with the uncle arm around the shoulder, but he came with the facts. He said he scored 17 goals in half the amount of games that Shams took to score 18 goals. And I did my research as well. This is judging by Baiteze uploads, by the way, not by, I don't know, whatever website it is. I just did my own little investigative research, you know, Sunday League's finest grassroots journalist, just doing my thing. So, in terms of games started, now this is just judging by that same season, the 21-22 season, I believe. So, the first game was East Way, Sham started. Alliance Stars, Sham started. Both the SC Baller games, Sham started. Secrets, Sham started. Hatch Lane, Sham started. United Dian, Sham started. Oakwood, Teniola and Sham started together. El Valiente, Sham started. Grand Athletic, Teniola started. Hatch Lane, Teniola and Sham started. The Repton Park game, Teniola started. United Dian game, Teniola started. And then the Brook Athletic Cup final, Alex Teniola started. So it looks like Sham was in favour towards the start of the season, and then the back end of the season, Teniola started to drift more into favour of starting games. During the cup run of the National Cup season, that's what I got down. The Ipswich team game, Sham started. SC Dons game, Sham started. And in fact, Teniola was on commentary duty during that game. The Grand Athletic game, as we said before, Sham started. The Scorth Athletic game, Sham started. The Middlesbrough Dormans game, Sham started. And of course the final, Sham started, but Teniola came on, did his thing, and ended up having a hand in the second goal. So, looks like Alex was telling facts. Facts only. I'm sorry, the facts are there, man. The facts were faxing.
You played every week as well. But you was on the bench and you come on.
I didn't play every week.
Yeah?
No, I didn't.
Oh, he's on the bench.
Go and check.
Boy. So Alex not only questioned, once again, Sham played every week, which by the looks of it he did. He played most weeks over Teniola. But then Imed comes back with a clap back and says, nah, you started most weeks. Well, judging by this, let me go on this again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 games Sham started. And then Teniola started 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So in that 21-22 season, Sham started 10 games and Teniola started 6 games. Obviously Teniola came off the bench and done his thing and still scored. And this is not to discredit Sham. Sham, if you're watching, I'm not discrediting you. I'm just getting the facts between the two boys, all right? It's not to rub your name out whatsoever. Just want to address that bit. But it looks like 10 games Sham started, Teniola started 6. Teniola still bagged 17 goals. Sham bagged 18. But Teniola did it in lesser games, starting
You
anyway.
played every week as well. But you was on the bench and you come on.
I didn't play every week.
Yeah?
No, I didn't.
Oh, he's on the bench.
Go and check. I just weren't there. I didn't play every week. But every time I came, I scored headers and I scored goals. And I scored... You even know how many I scored, which is mad.
At this point, Uncle's going mad. Hey, Teniola, you're going mad with that head shake, boy. He's like, you even know how many I scored? You're going mad. Like, what's going on? Are you trying to keep it down as a host, as a presenter, as a man, as his boy? But at the same time, you even know how many I scored. So why are you still saying this, bro? Like, what's going on? Oh, mental.
I'm still waiting for a lie.
What about the hashtag thing? Huh? The hashtag thing.
What did I say about hashtag?
You said you left Baiteze.
I did not stop playing for
you leave
Baiteze
Baiteze
because of
because
hashtag. We were winning the league, bro. I didn't leave
You didn't
Baiteze because of
stop
hashtag,
playing
bro.
because of hashtag.
No, I could play, bro. I'm not on contract, bro. You can't tell me I can't play. If them man didn't want to play because they didn't want to play and they're scared of devs, that's their problem, bro.
Right, so at least Teniola's addressed that. So he did not leave Baiteze because of hashtag. And basically he's trying to say is that usually if you play for a non-league team, you're under contract. That means you can't play Sunday League because they're paying your wages. And if you get injured at a Sunday League game, then you basically just put your non-league team that's paying your wages in jeopardy. So what he's saying is that he didn't leave Baiteze for hashtag. Reading between the lines, he wasn't favoured, judging by the start of the season where Sham was starting every single week. So I think that is what they're trying to address in this clip.
I didn't leave Baiteze because of hashtag, bro. No, I could play, bro. I'm not on contract, bro. You can't tell me I can't play.
There you
if
go.
them man didn't want to play because they didn't want to play and they're scared of devs, that's their problem, bro.
There you go. Okay, so Teniola's just addressed it. He said he could play, he could have played in that season, but if their man was scared of devs to play him, then that's their problem. Do you know what I'm saying? So he was making himself available week in, week out. Clearly towards the end of the season, he was favoured more when they needed some, I don't know, a different option, more experience, whatever. But it's just nice to know that there wasn't a case of he wasn't allowed to play because of hashtag. It's more of a case of he just wasn't favoured. And that happens. It happens at Sunday League level, innit? Do you know what I mean? Sometimes you're not favoured by the manager, but yeah, it looks like he still came and did this thing nonetheless.
So you still haven't told me when I lied, but now you're lying.
I played every game.
Now you're lying.
I was captain. I lifted that trophy.
What trophy?
The London.
Okay, and then what did you guys do this year?
What? The same thing that you done when you left.
Ooh, now it started getting a bit personal. Now it started to get a bit personal. Man was saying, okay, what have you done this season? Now, everyone's been getting onto them. Baiteze, they know it's not up to their standards in terms of Sunday League. Like, they've not won anything this season, or not looking like they're going to win anything this season. So he's asked him, Teniola's asked him, stuck it on him. What are you on this season? And then Imed's clapped back with the same thing that you've won this season. It's getting a bit heated now, boys. What's going on? I thought you two were boys.
Oh, when I left. Leave when it was getting bad, or did I leave on my trophies?
No, you left when it was getting bad.
To be fair now, Imed's removed the uncle arm, so now he's like, yo, he's feeling himself now. He's feeling himself a little bit now. He's saying, look, he left when times got tough. The tough got going. That reminds me of a certain line.
The going gets tough.
The Dom gets going.
The Dom gets going.
Mental, but Tenio's not having it, brother. I'm loving this, boys. Hey, get me some more snap, come on.
Nah, you leave when it was getting bad.
Bro, I've said to I'll Baiteze's pod, bro. I've said I'll do it.
Yeah, whatever, I'm ready.
Are you ready to do that?
Whatever you want to do, I'll do.
Oh, so you come on the pod with me?
Bam for bam with me.
Wait, Imed still sticking. Listen, Imed, fair play to you, bro. You packed your thing. Fair enough. Basically, look, you guys need to make this pod happen. You know, regardless if it's my pod or your Freshers pod or Baiteze's pod. In fact, you guys could probably go on a generational run and go on all 3 pods and many more, because this is the content that people want to see, man. None of this nicey business. Let's have it out, boys. Let's address the truth. Let's address the lies from the truth, man. Come on, let's have it out, boys. Come on. I'm loving to see this out, but funny enough, I spoke to another person who knows both people very well, and here's his say on it.
Teniola come with facts.
Yeah.
Teniola that year we won the Nationals. Obviously, I think Sham was majority of the time starting ahead of him.
Yeah.
But every time Teniola played, he scored. And when you win National Cup, no one can say anything to you.
Yeah.
And I think until Imed wins the National Cup, I think he shouldn't be talking.
Wow.
Personally.
Imed, you can stop the talking, bro. Boy, see, Carvel's not even minting his words. Now man's saying, Imed, if you win the Nationals, then you can start talking. If not, hush your noise, boy. And that's coming from Carvel, bruv. Listen, Carvel, shout out to you. Carvel interview dropping very soon, and we'll do another one very, very soon as well, because there's a lot to talk about in that situation there. But whose side are you siding on? Are you siding on Imed, most hated, or are you siding on Alex Teniola, Mr. Factual, Mr. Truth, Mr. Uncle Arms himself, bruv? Let me know in the thoughts in the comment section below. It's getting spicy. Let's get to my opinion, because that's the one that matters, right? That's the reason why you come here, right? So I've broken it down, my thoughts. I think, listen, Imed's within his right to give his opinion. I asked him a question and he gave it. He didn't sit on the fence like a lot of people do when they come on podcasts and stuff like that. So shout out to Imed for that. But honestly, look, I don't think Dom's a snake. I just like play on it because he likes to wear a couple shirts every now and then. You know what I'm saying? But he didn't tell the boys, he just told the management staff. So I think that's where the breakdown in communication was there. Simple as that. Obviously, Imed gave his opinion that he's obviously joined their arch rivals, if you like, who are now in non-league anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So that's his point of things. Obviously, Teniola came with some points in terms of like, how can you call man a snake when he's driving from, I don't know, from here to there. I think it was doing like a 3-hour round trip every single time, every single match day. And clearly there's been a disconnect at Baiteze because there's been a lot of people coming and going, more so going, especially like the key figures, whether it be playing for a non-league club, whether it be playing for another Sunday League club, or maybe just not playing in general. So there must be some sort of breakdown there. Anyway, we'll get down to that in another video. But my thoughts on it, I think Imed was entitled to his opinion. Teniola was entitled to his opinion, and he brought facts, especially ones that concerned him more so. But yeah, I'm here for it, man. Clearly, I'm here for it. At least we're having some open dialogue, some open conversations, and it's making things more interesting from the Sunday League space. This is what's needed, boys. And guys, if you ever need a host, someone to be the mediator between you two guys, because we want to see you be friends again, man. Come on, the Baiteze boys need to connect again. Old school, new school, they need to be as one. Come on, boys. But yeah, I love to see it, boys. Anyway, that's my thoughts on things. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Imed versus Teniola. Maybe we might have to do a couple 10 rounds of boxing or something like that, man. In fact, maybe we need to get these guys on a DFC undercard. In fact, we might need to get them out of WrestleMania. Nah. Scrap that. Rootzmania. Imed versus Teniola in a TLC match. Yeah, now we're talking. Let me set it up. Rootz McMahon. In fact, nah, scrap that. Nah, cancel that. I'm playing. Anyway, let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. How should this end up? On a podcast, in a boxing match, or maybe, just maybe, at Rootzmania? Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys all in a bit.